to read this. The emergence of a planet-wide electronic communications grid connecting the thoughts and feelings of billions of people and linking them to rapidly expanding volumes of data, to fast-growing webs of sensors being embedded by millions throughout the world, and to increasingly intelligent devices, robots, and thinking machines, the smartest of which already exceed the capability of all of us in performing a growing list of discrete mental tasks, and now already surpass humans in manifestations of it.
Before any of this shit came out, I was already saying, with artificial intelligence and we having the divine creator's intelligence and being human coming from the planet Earth, man done got too smart for his own good. Now man done laid up there and went into something that was not his place. When you look at the creator from the beginning, the creator of the creations, I'm talking about the creator of all that has been created and is being created while I am speaking, and will be created after we destroy all the shit that we created with the creator within us. The creator will create elsewhere, because the creator is always one way all day, every day, and that's the loving, unconditional to create good, straight, not to the left, not to the right, not backwards. The creator of all those different men that created all those different gods and all those different religions. I'm just saying, if you look at the twist being everything that's natural, not good, but fake is good, you see the twist? Good is bad, bad is good. It's a big old fucking flip from what they tripped us out to be tripped. When you think we was taught to be stupid, when you think about we was taught to believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. Your mama said, don't lie to me, but you lying to them. Come on, people. What are we really getting from a lie that does nothing but get someone else rich around that time of the motherfucking year? Period. We living in some bullshit, being bullshitted by some bullshit ass people. That's the reason why they keep on putting copyright bullshit on my shit, simply because of the fact that I know that I'm going to touch some people, because I don't talk to your ass no more, because your ass is full of shit. Chewed up grass out of a cow's ass, and by being a male bull is bullshit. This 4G shit, man, this ain't nothing but a fucking weapon these bitches about to lay up there and put up around us. Bad enough, the weapon is already around us, not being our fucking cell phone and all the motherfucking radiation that's going on around us. See, me, I'm almost immune to radiation. When you think about it, I went under the MRI machine in one motherfucking year 85 fucking times. That's too fucking fucked up for somebody to have to go to the hospital for at least go to the hospital, but to go to the hospital and basically all the time you go to the hospital, they took you and throw you up on the MRI machine. All because the MRI machine is where the money is at. Man, we gotta live there and wake the fuck up from this fucking illusion bullshit.
Intelligence that we as humans had always assumed would remain the unique province of our species. Sadly, that is no longer the case. So we're going to get into the 5G. It is nothing short of diabolical. We're going to first recommend that all of you go to the top of stopthecrime.net, the home page, and what you will find is the opportunity to download the symptom list for frequencies. And again, go to the top of stopthecrime.net. Everyone needs to understand what is occurring. So, the only thing that we can do right now is to disengage from all wireless as soon as possible. Now, it's important to understand what the 5G is doing and what they say it's doing. We're told on the IEEE IEEE beamforming document that this technology cooked your eyes like eggs in World War II. Cooked your eyes like eggs.
Wow.
So we need to understand where we are with this and what is happening with the 5G. So we're going to go into what the success of 5G is going to require. On the IEEE, that's IEEE, that means Institute for Electric and Electronic Engineers, you can read a document entitled Everything You Need to Know About 5G. And you all need to understand these are military weapons.
Yep.
These are assault frequencies.
Yep, I know they are.
Garner nothing more than that. That's what you need to know. But here's what they're telling us, and why they're implementing faster data speed. Because they're telling us that today's mobile users want faster data speeds and more reliable service.
No.
They say the next generation of wireless networks, 5G, promises to deliver just
Bitch,
that.
they told us the same thing with this one. They told us about with 4.
Should be able to download a high-definition film and under a second.
That's lies. That's lies. That's lies.
On the 4G.
That's lies.
Wireless engineers say that networks will boost the development of other new technologies such as autonomous vehicles and the Internet of Things. We are being eliminated.
Yes, we are.
That is the most important takeaway.
Yeah, buddy.
This conversation is about. But they say that, and what I find extremely interesting, and again, you can look at this on stopthecrime.net, in our bills that we get with Pacific Gas and Electric for our electric bills, almost on a monthly basis, there's a bill insert. And, of course, Pacific Gas and Electric and your utilities are all run by Rothschild. And they have an explanation about EMF frequencies and whether it causes health or not, health problems or not. And there's a very interesting paragraph in their insert. They tell us that international, national, and California laws, because these are inserts in our bills, are unable to define whether the frequencies are safe or not safe. And this remains the circumstances of the findings to date.
Wow.
So they're telling us it is still uncertain. They use the word uncertainty.
Wow.
You can download this again.
So they don't be held accountable for when they kill people.
Likely getting these in your bills.
So they don't live there and kill you.
Read the inserts. We know that the evil doers are required, it's a code of ethics that they must let us know what they're doing in advance. So what else is happening now? We've just found out recently that the
Okay, go get the supplies and bring them back in a usable condition.
5G as an addiction. Video gaming is now an addiction and a mental disorder, of which drugs are now going to be implemented. And this is going to be classified in the International Classification of Diseases, which is a publication that's due out this year.
Gayism used to be a disease, and now it's okay. Just like they trying to lay up there and classify this motherfucking pedophilia bullshit. They trying to get rid of smart fucking people. That's what it is.
So we can connect to the Internet of Things.
Because the rich people are some real evil fucking people. Listen to me carefully. These rich motherfuckers that's high up, they are some real evil motherfucking people. Because all y'all people that believe in the God and Jesus bullshit, the God and Jesus bullshit is them, and the devil and the Holy Ghost bullshit is them too. The divine creator love unconditionally is in each and every one of us that's about good, people. If you about good, but you believe in that God and that Jesus bullshit, you better get with good is good. And fuck that God and Jesus bullshit. Because good is good all the time. And love is love all the time when it's coming from the divine creator that loves you unconditionally. I'm trying to told the people. I went into the light.
We don't have the elected officials that we think we have. And as soon and as quickly as we can discard that propaganda out of our mind, the better off we will be understanding how we need to protect ourselves. Now, I will tell you, I spoke with Dr. Bill Deagle yesterday, and I was on his show, and he talked about of a device that will help to reduce the frequencies that we're going to be hit with. We are going to be blind, and people now are creating devices. When we talk about solutions, we have the capability and the know-how to have certain protections available to us. Many people also have found that crystals used properly can deflect frequencies. We recently learned that the crystals used in the radios in World War II was one of the main advantages that the United States had. This was the quartz in the radio. So crystals are extremely powerful, and many people are now going to be implementing crystals around their properties and in their homes to deflect some of these frequencies that are now escalating. So let's read a little more about 5G and what some of the problems with 5G is and why the Wildlands project is being implemented to drive us out of the rural land. And that is because 5G will not work in the country. It must and will be implemented into the density in the cities. It is a dense network of frequencies. And here's what we know about that. They go on to tell us that there's one problem that the 5G runs into. They tell us that many people are using devices and they're consuming more data than ever before. But their data remains crammed on the same band of radio frequency spectrum for mobile providers that have always been used in the past. And this means less bandwidth for everyone, causing slower service and more dropped connections. This is how they're selling this to us. But they go, the need to really literally deploy hundreds and hundreds of these in our cities. In fact, they tell us that these small, mobile, portable, miniature base stations, or 5G, will be deployed every 820 feet apart throughout our cities.
See, that's so they can have it in strategic spots. Strategic spots.
Millions of these throughout our cities. They say to prevent our cell signals from being dropped.
Wow.
The carriers will install millions of these.
And as soon as that shit don't work and our shit still be dropping and shit,
like
y'all gonna say something, but it's gonna be too late.
Signals from other base stations and sending data to users at any location. They go on to tell us that this radically different network structure will provide a more targeted and efficient use of the broadband spectrum. Having more stations means the frequencies that one station uses to connect with devices in one area can be reused by another station and served in another area. But there is a problem. The sheer number of people require to build a 5G network, and it will be hard to set up in rural areas. And here's what they're telling us the difficulty in the country areas are. Vegetation prevents the signals from being able to travel.
Wow.
And also rain prevents the signals from traveling. Hence, the weather control and the droughts. That will not prohibit the signals from traveling.
Again, they
want us out of the country. All of these signals penetrate all structures and all living things. This is what is intended.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man, them motherfucking black boxes ain't for nothing.
Sean, we're having meetings here in Santa Rosa because they're rolling them out here now in Northern California, and they're saying that they're going to start rolling these out in Sacramento in California. but these are headed to you too.
Back on your
So what we're finding is that these micro cell towers that are putting unimaginable watts and frequencies into the environment. It's microwave radiation warfare is what this is. And they're putting them on our sidewalks. They can't underground the 5G network. And this is, of course, without any public input or knowledge, just like the Palantir or the Thought Police implementation in New Orleans. Not even the city council, who doesn't represent us anyway, but not even the city council was aware of the implementation of the CIA-backed predictive policing in New Orleans.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to just jump in. I've been quiet this whole time because you really stunned me with that picture of Trump with the magic orb in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
These are just a couple of recent headlines here from the Daily Mail 5 days ago. Secretive startup uses predictive policing in New Orleans.
Wow.
And Palantir, the company that knows too much, from New York Daily News just 2 days ago.
Wow.
Guys, this is just as serious as a heart attack. It seems to me that they privatized their eugenics programs.
Yeah, they did. That's what they did.
That's exactly
what they did.
Now we're going to jump into something else because we literally got this Palantir information from a source that has now sent it out. We've been putting it across
pray to whoever y'all want to pray
as many
to.
outlets as possible. I would highly recommend
It is what it is when the truth is in you.
Download these documents
There's
for
nothing
yourself.
outside you to be
See
praying
for
to.
yourself what your cities are leading
We gotta
you
live there and
into.
do
It's
something.
not a matter of
Gotta come together.
Of stopping this. This is a rollout of genocide.
Yes, it is.
Now, we're going to be really trying to create public awareness. This is why
Good work. That's what these labs run on.
But I want to jump in to one more thing that's diabolical, and everyone needs to understand what has also happened to our food supply. We know it's been poisoned. We know the water's been poisoned. We know the air has been poisoned. But we need to talk about Cinemix. And Cinemix is spelled SENOMYX. SENOMYX. And all of you listening can go to stopthecrime.net, type that in our search bar, and you will find this information. It's very startling. You're going to see photographs that are going to be very, very disturbing. But more importantly, you're not going to want to...
These scientists know all this already.
So we're going to talk about what this is. There's a list of companies that are using human fetal cells from aborted babies as a flavor enhancement in our food supply.
Pepsi was busted for doing that. Pepsi was using that as a flavor enhancer in their cola.
Yeah, PepsiCo is certainly one of them, but the list is very long, and it's important for everybody to download the flyer that we have on stopthecrime.net so you don't consume this aborted fetal tissue. What does it do? Well, it incites anger, and it literally rewires our brain as we cannibalize ourselves. The same thing, of course, which happened with mad cow disease when they were grinding up roadkill and other cattle.
Right, and feeding back to the motherfucking chicken and shit.
We're being fed our own species, and we must know the products that are certainly implemented.
This is our government, people, and this ain't no bullshit.
To you now, but again, I caution you when you type in the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies, which you can do. Again, the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies. You're going to see a very disturbing photograph. But Cinemix is listed on its website, and its partners decided to ignore the letter from the right to life.
You're through to your garage. You need me to bring you a ride?
Organizing against the use of human
I'll bring it to you.
supply. And sadly, the Right for Life group lost their bid to stop this during the Obama administration. Now remember, it doesn't matter who's president. Anyone could have been president at that time. We're a corporate structure. We're run by the corporation, and certainly PepsiCo is a massive corporation. So during the Obama administration, and sadly, on February 28th of 2012, the President's Security and Exchange Commission ruled that PepsiCo's use of aborted fetal human tissue remains in their research and development agreement with Cinemex
Wow.
to produce flavor enhancements falls under ordinary business operations.
No.
So we're going to talk about a list of products. You should not be consuming these products. All soft drinks and Pepsi. All drinks Sierra Mist. All drinks Mountain Dew. All in-beer mugs, root beer, and Pepsi. Drinks of no fear. Ocean Spray. Seattle's best coffee. All brands of energy drinks. All brands. Aquafina water.
I ain't trying to say it.
Double shot. Some of the frappuccinos. Gatorade. They go on. Tropicana. All products of Nestle, including coffee creamers, instant soup.
I'm not putting this here on here to scare you.
Ketchup.
I'm just telling you the truth for you.
Etc. Bubble gum, Chiclets, Clarets, Dentine, Trident. There's many other lists of gums as well. You need to look at this for yourselves. They talk about Cadbury Adams candies, and they mention the original gummies and many other Cadbury candies as well. Certs and Halls cough drops. The company produces, there are also companies that produce anti-wrinkle creams containing the cells of aborted babies as well, of 14 weeks gestation. And there's a list of the creams that we need to understand have the aborted fetal tissue in it as well. So I can only say, Sean, we do not have a government. We are being literally fried, cooked by these frequencies. It's like being in a microwave oven. We need to understand how they're going to do away with mass populations in the United States through...
See, look at the people, they live there, they erase everything that I just now put on here because I'll just probably put something on my YouTube channel. This is bullshit. I got 6 fucking phones. 6 fucking phones and only one fucking work. I got a smart tab, I got a motherfucking computer, and I got a motherfucking regular fucking notebook. And none of this shit is working like it's supposed to work. But they saying that when they give 5G, everything gonna work better. Shit ain't working with 4 fucking G. You think it's gonna work better with 5 fucking G? It's all fucking bull fucking shit.
The situation room that Hillary Clinton and others sat in as they watched the horrific murders that were occurring at that time at the embassy. This is what is happening now. There's a movie called Paintball that I would recommend people take a look at. This is what is happening. We're being wired up, we're being predictively programmed, and we are being slaughtered. So the good news is, I suppose, is you now know...
Yep, that's good news. That's the good news. That's the good news, you know now.
Wireless up in Mylar until you cannot receive a signal. Stay away from your computer LED lights as long as possible. In fact, all of your computer screens have LED lights. LED lights are absolutely causing blindness on the way from macular degeneration to other eye diseases, nearsightedness. We're losing our eyesight as a result of the silent weapon systems of our lighting as well. In fact, recently we went to an ophthalmologist and pulled some flyers from the office, and everyone needs to be doing this. You need to understand how technology is being used in the sinister side and how we need to protect our vision. And there's, of course, saying that the vision loss is representing itself as tired eyes, sensitivity to light, loss of sharp contrast of vision, difficulty seeing at night, discomforting glare, fatigue, difficulty staying focused, difficulty falling or staying asleep, headaches, increase in migraine, behavioral issues in children, risk of early onset cataracts, risk of macular degeneration,
all shit that you gotta go see a fucking doctor for. Shit that they can make money off of. Boy, this is some bullshit.
From the lighting alone. And the Department of Energy has approved this silent weapons system of lighting throughout our country under the guise of reducing our greenhouse gas emissions. This is
population
a
control.
worldwide assault of lighting,
Population control.
not just in the United States, with the
Population
change out
control.
now of all of our street lights to LED. We have a YouTube up. It's called LED Lights Silent Weapons Assault. We would certainly ask that all of you send this out far and wide. Make comments under the video, adding more things that you learn about the assaults of the lighting alone. So by knowing these things, you can make different choices as best you can. We recently had a health forum with a group of people where we are talking about the different things we can do. There's many things that we can do. We have to first also become aware of the poisons in our cooking ware. Much of our cookware in the United States is prohibited from other countries. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But it's true. They use lead and cadmium in glassware that we use to heat things in, and they use coatings on pans that gets into our food. They use metals that get into our foods. And one of the things I didn't know was cast iron is one of the worst. So we have solution information on stopthecrime.net about the kind of cookware that you get, what you should not be cooking food in. Even if you're spending more money for what you think is organic, there is sadly, as many of you can appreciate, no such thing as organic. Not with the places of cities in our water.
Right.
And I want to leave you with probably the best news of all, and that is that we have primary water. We are not running out of water. We have access to pure, fresh drinking water. We need to understand that water is a renewable. Please go to primarywater.org. Take a look at the wonders of water. Don't be deceived. We also, at the very top of stopthecrime.net, have a discussion on the creation of fossil fuels. Our petroleum did come from dead animals or plant material. And we have the genocide treaty, which I talk about, also at the very top under the banner of stopthecrime.net on the home page, and then flanked by the truth about water. So there are very important things that we need to know. Our children are being hit with frequencies. Never before have we had increased levels of depression.
Yeah, motherfucking children, I'm putting children on medication and shit. How the fuck are we, like I said again, we was taught to be stupid fucking sheeple, not fucking people that make the fucking world go round. These motherfuckers lived there and got us believing in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy, and that's how they got us to believe in that God and that Jesus bullshit.
Please subscribe.
You'll believe anything as a fucking kid. All you gotta do is keep going around in a circle with that bullshit.
With other like-minded people, because we are heading into a reality that most people don't realize.
Every new generation of wireless networks delivers faster speeds and more functionality to our smartphones. 1G brought us the very first cell phone, 2G let us text for the first time, 3G brought us online, and 4G delivers the speeds that we enjoy today. But as more users come online, 4G networks have just about reached the limit of what they're capable of at a time when users want even more data for their smartphones and devices. Now we're headed towards 5G, the next generation of wireless.
Bullshit.
It will be able to handle 1,000 times more
That
traffic
shit
than
gonna
today's
kill
network,
us.
and it'll be up to 10 times faster than 4G.
You hear that shit? That's
Just
bullshit.
imagine downloading an HD movie in under a second, and then let your imagination run wild. 5G will be the
That's
foundation
bullshit.
of virtual reality,
Soon as they get that shit
driving,
implicated, they're gonna kill us.
we can't even yet imagine. But what exactly is a 5G network? The truth is, experts can't tell us what 5G actually is.
Wow.
Because they don't even know yet. But right now, there are 5 brand new technologies emerging as the foundation of 5G. Millimeter wave, small cells, massive MIMO, beamforming, and full duplex. First up, technology number 1, millimeter wave. Your smartphone and other electronic devices in your home use on the radio frequency spectrum, typically those under 60 gigahertz. But these frequencies are starting to get more crowded. Carriers carriers can only squeeze so many bits of data on the same amount of radio frequency spectrum. As more devices come online, we're going to start to see slower service and more dropped connections. The solution is to open up some new real estate. The researchers are experimenting with broadcasting on shorter millimeters, those that fall between 30 and 300 gigahertz. This section of spectrum has never been used before for mobile devices, and opening it up means more bandwidth for everyone. But there is a catch. Millimeter waves can't travel well through buildings or other obstacles, and they tend to be absorbed by plants and rain. To get around this problem, we'll need technology number 2, small cell networks. Today's wireless networks rely on large, high-powered cell towers to broadcast their signals over long distances. But remember, higher frequency millimeter waves have a harder time traveling through obstacles, which means if you move behind one, you lose your signal. Small cell networks would solve that problem, using thousands of low-power mini base stations. These base stations would be much closer together than traditional towers, forming a sort of relay team to transmit signals around obstacles. This would be especially useful as the user moved behind an obstacle,
still
the smartphone
buffering.
would automatically switch to a new
They
base
want me
station
sending
at
that
the
out.
edge of his device, allowing him to keep his connection.
But
Next up,
I'm
technology number
broadcasting
3,
right now, sending shit out. Bitches.
MIMO stands for multiple input, multiple output. Today's 4G base stations have about a dozen ports for antennas that handle all cellular traffic, but massive MIMO base stations can support about 100 ports. This could increase the capacity of today's networks by a factor of 22 or more. Of course, massive MIMO comes with its own complications. Today's cellular antennas broadcast information in every direction at once, and all of those crossing signals can cause serious interference. Which brings us to technology number 4, beamforming. Beamforming is like a traffic signaling system for cellular signals. Instead of broadcasting in every direction, it would allow a base station to send a focused stream of data to a specific user. This precision prevents interference and is way more efficient. That means stations can handle more incoming and outgoing data streams at once. Here's how it works. Say you're in a cluster of buildings and you're trying to make a phone call. Your signal is ricocheting off of surrounding buildings and crisscrossing with other signals from users in the area. A massive MIMO base station receives all of these signals and keeps track of the timing and the direction of their arrival. It then uses signal processing algorithms to triangulate exactly where each signal is coming from and plots the best transmission route back through the air to each phone. Sometimes it'll even bounce individual packets of data in different directions, off of buildings or other objects to keep signals from interfering with each other. The result is a coherent data stream sent only to you. Which brings us to technology number 5, full duplex. If you've ever used a walkie-talkie, you know that in order to communicate, you have to take turns talking and listening. That's kind of a drag. Today's base stations have that exact same holdup, but they can kind of only do one job at a time, either transmit or receive. This is because of a principle called reciprocity, which is the tendency for radio waves to travel both forward and backward along the same frequency. To understand this, it helps to think of a wave being loaded up with data. The frequency it's traveling on is like a train track. And if there's a second train trying to go in the opposite direction on the same track, you're going to get some interference. Up until now, the solution has been to have the trains turn, or to put all the trains on different tracks or frequencies. To make things a lot more efficient, working around reciprocity. Researchers have used silicon transistors to create high-speed switches that halt the backward roll of the wave. Kind of like a signaling system that can route two trains so that they can pass each other. That means there's a lot more getting done on each track a whole lot faster. We're still working out the kinks with millimeter waves, small cell networks, massive MIMO, beamforming, and full duplex. In fact, all of 5G is still a work in progress. It will likely include other new technologies too, and making all of these systems work together will be a whole other challenge. But if experts can figure that out, ultra-fast 5G service could arrive in the next 5 years.
Modest and without brain station, but actually 10 other groups. One of the groups is EMSscientist.org. EMS.org has 220 doctors and scientists from 39 countries who have looked at health effects from wireless radiation. And from their work and the work of others, we can clearly say that wireless radiation can cause cancer, neurological problems, immune system disorders.
So, the location of our drops just leaked. I hate leakers. Unless they're leaking stuff I want to know. Anyway, you've got a hunter heli to make the deliveries. Go to the sites, clear them of hijackers, and make the drops. When the buyers have the cargo, they'll make the payment.
People develop neurological symptoms from the Wi-Fi, from school Wi-Fi. People developing neurological and cancerous health effects from simple smart meters. Smart meters being little wireless meters that are put on people's homes so that people don't have to come by and read the meter themselves manually. So regardless of the source, and cell towers are the most powerful source of wireless radiation emissions, regardless of the source, the health effects can be the same. So what brings me here today is the rollout of 5G technology. And people need to understand that 5G technology is very different from 2G, 3G, and 4G that preceded it. And that is because the wireless radiation is using a higher frequency. Our current wireless technology uses about 1 gigahertz to 4 gigahertz. This new 5G technology is ultra high frequency, ultra high intensity, and it's 24 gigahertz to 90 gigahertz. To put this type of perspective, 90 billion electromagnetics per second. We keep sick from the lower frequencies, and we expect that these higher, ultra high frequencies microwaves are going to bring people to disease quicker and in a more intense form. The other problem with 5G technology is these microwaves are very short, so our old microwaves how that happened in long, and they don't travel very well. So they're going to have to put a power transmitter in front of about every 2 to 10 homes. Now this is a big problem because we know that cancer rates around regular cell towers are about 3 or 4 times what they normally should be. We also know that there's neurological symptoms that increase as you get closer and closer to a cell tower. Now these new transmitters are going to be placed close to people's homes. It's going to be continuous exposure as with other cell towers, but it'll be emitting a much more higher frequency, high intensity wireless radiation.
Ladies and gentlemen,
young people gonna be all about this shit.
Death towers going to double cancer rates in our country. They are going to be used to target individuals in a way never seen before. Since most people keep their smartphones on them like a tracking device, and since their political profiles are linked to their phones, it only makes sense that this is going to be an easy way to target people silently and without a trace. As you can see with these new 5G death towers, they are going to be focusing beams of high-frequency energy at a user's location. These 5G death towers are particle-beam weapons that can be
I already know, so it's like I said, they can't stop me until they kill me. I'm not going to stop, won't stop. I already know what y'all doing. It is what it is, I'm here. As one of them that's going to try to stop y'all from this bullshit.
Who controls this technology? You saw how the IRS was targeting conservatives. You saw how the FBI covered up the Las Vegas and Hillary investigation. Well, what do you think this beast system is going to do with Christians and conservatives on their networks? Zap, zap, and double zap. That's what, admit it, that's what you would do if you were Dr. Evil. You poison the food, the air, the water, and you use these death towers to slowly induce cancer. Have no doubt about it, these 5G death towers are bad news any way you look at it. So go to your city council meetings. Protest these bad boys from coming up in your neighborhood before it's too late. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Bullshit, boy. You're doing the people, man.
Hi guys, Demon Hunter here. Just want to give you a heads up on these 5G towers. These towers actually have 30 copper wheels that spin out on the ground, and they're aimed at altering God's natural frequency.
The creator. That God is they bullshit. That's what y'all believe in.
Atlantean-based city atop the skydome is built within the firmament, and it's all connected to the ISS, International Space Station. And it's the city up there is run by Tesla Free Energy, while below we're charged for electricity.
Yep, ain't that cool?
During the antediluvian age, the latest ran off higher frequency
Creator, man. Creator.
Any chance of solving it. So whatever you get or whosoever will save his life, or whosoever will lose his life if Jesus shows
Jesus bullshit. You believe in Jesus bullshit, you're part of that bullshit too. You just don't know the truth, but you just going by what you was taught to. Every time I think about it, people, we are some real stupid ass sheeple. On real. We are real stupid ass sheeple. We see through all the bullshit. We see through the bullshit. We see that why would someone create a Santa Claus, an Easter Bunny, and a Tooth Fairy, and the shit is bullshit? Why? What's the reason? Gotta have, everything has a reason. So propaganda was the reason for that death. So what do you think they're gonna take the truth for something else for? They've been lying since day motherfucking one. Crazy. Crazy. You alright, Lisa, baby. I'm going the same place. I'm gonna remind my guns on printer fire, so you alright. What time I think about this shit, man? It's messed up, man. We got a certain amount of people that want us dead. Want us dead. Cause we waking up to the bullshit. How you think they're allowing them to do this shit with the medication? Pharmaceutical companies, man, it's some bullshit.
Well, you delivered. Not that I was expecting any different. You said you'd deliver, and you delivered. Because that's what you do. What you say. The full payments come through.
When are we gonna wake up from the bullshit, people? And stop being bullshitted people. And let go of the bullshit.
Text to speech on a bit. Grand Theft Auto 5.